yeah, we'll leave it at that. Alright, so we have Peter Pan and the Pirates, which was based on the cartoon that came out around this time. Clean cartridge. I don't think I played this. I remember playing a Peter Pan on the Super Nintendo. Actually, it was Hook. What am I talking? But the Peter Pan and the Pirates, I don't remember. What year is this? 1990, so getting towards the end. And this dust jacket's shattering. The LJN games just keep on coming. We got Jules, another infamous, famous game, and it is what it is. We'll leave it at that. It's fun to pop it in for a few minutes. So I didn't get a good look at these games when I bought the tub, except for a few. So like I don't even know what Boulder Dash is. So figuring this out together, I don't know this game. I'm not sure what it's based on. If it's just an original game that JVC made, or if it came from something, but nevertheless, it's a clean copy. Alright, we have Taboo, The Sixth Sense. I do remember this, I just don't remember it, if that makes any sense. And we have the booklet, so that's cool. Always like when you get the booklets. Alright, here's Superman. Gotta figure out a way to get that sticker off, shouldn't be too bad. Otherwise, clean copy. I don't remember much about this one. Part of me thinks I didn't like it, but I could be confusing with a different Superman game. Well, we'll find out. As they tell us, there's no book. Here's a game I had right when it first came out, and I still play it to this day, Dr. Mario. So I know I do have a double. Fantastic game. There was a good version on the Wii that you could download for a few dollars from the WiiWare shop, but the original was great. I used to play this all the time. This is a good puzzle. Hope they make one for the 3DS like they did with Tetris, changing it up a bit. Alright, we got another board game for the Nintendo, Win, Lose, or Draw. I think I tried playing this once or twice and didn't like it, never played it again. I didn't have it, but friends had it. Alright, F-15 Strike Eagle. Probably never played it. I don't know if it's my type of game, but it's clean. Here's a gem. We got Kirbys Adventure, which was, I believe, the first appearance of Kirby, his original game. Not the rarest, but not the easiest either. Kind of fell through the cracks. A lot of the Kirby games seem to fall through the cracks. It's kind of weird. If you look back at the systems that Nintendo's put out, the Kirby games tend to fall through. So, nice copy. And this I didn't have, so it's pretty cool. Alright, we got Knight Rider. I can't remember too much about the game. Cartridge is a little dirty here. Well, it is what it is. The label's good. I love the TV show. I used to watch it every weekend, back to back with the A-Team. Watch them over and over and over again. But I don't remember too much about the game. I know I've certainly played it. I just don't have any memories of it. Alright, here's Iron Tank. Wasn't my type of game, but it had its fans. Clean copy, except for that sticker, which who knows how long that's been on there for. And here's the first Wizards and Warriors, so it's a classic right here. Pretty cool. I think I do have this one. Okay. And here's Hideaway. I don't remember too much about this one. Can't remember famous or infamous, or famous for being infamous. Maybe it was a good game. I really don't remember off the top of my head, but it had a presence. Clean copy. Here's Hoops. Jellico, we had some sports games at the time, and this was hyped up. I don't think it was that good. People were buying it, though. I remember it sold, but I don't know. Don't really remember. It's a cool game. Got Ninja Gaiden 2, and I do have this one, but this is pretty cool. I actually picked it up not too long ago, and I don't think I made it into a video yet because I put a lot of stuff on the side because I got sidetracked with the other stuff. But this series has recently had a little renaissance. It's a cool series, challenging games, and They were pretty much, in my opinion at least, they were ahead of its time at the time. But glad the franchise came back. There's another game that was advertised a lot because Konami had these really cool ads in a lot of the comic books, and here's Jackal, which is missing a chunk of its label. That's a damn shame. Aside from that, the cartridge is pretty good, but yeah, missing some artwork on there. What else do we have here? We have Dinah Wars by Bandai. I don't believe I ever played this. Doesn't sound familiar at all. Maybe some of you have. Here's an advanced Dungeons & Dragons game, Heroes of the Lance, and it's not the best quality copy right here. There's a sticker on top, sticker on the side. I remember when Blockbuster was purging their Nintendo games, I picked up both AD&D games, and I was so happy. I was like, oh, this will be great. And the games were really hard, and I was playing them and wandering around, but I didn't really know what I was doing. And I remember my mom, for whatever reason, I must have complained about them, and then that didn't mean return them, so she went back to Blockbuster and picked me up Rad Racer 2, which I still have, and it was a boxed copy. So I don't know. I'm glad I have the boxed copy of Rad Racer 2 because I like that game. But the AD&D games are hard to find, and the two I had were in perfect shape. But I remember that happening. She just took them and brought them back because I was complaining. But I think I was complaining more out of frustration because the games were hard and not knowing what I was doing without the booklets. But I'm glad to get one of them back. I don't know if the other one's in here because I didn't know this was in here. Here we go. Rollerball, and this looks to be based off the Rollerball pinball machine, which I remember my local bowling alley had, and this was pretty cool. Unless I'm getting confused with something else, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So that's cool. Very clean copy. Oh, yeah. This game's awesome. Maniac Mansion. I loved it. I loved it, loved it, loved it. I want a new Maniac Mansion game. That's what I really want. There was a TV show on the Family Channel. There was a sequel, Day of the Tentacle, that LucasArts put out years later. And you could actually play the original in there because there's a computer that has the game. Both Maniac Mansion games are phenomenal. This is one of my favorite non-Nintendo games on the NES. And it's a true gem that's underappreciated. What do we have here? So we have the booklet, and it looks like a map with some clues of sorts. This game is just a great game. I never had an original. I used to just rent it all the time, or I had friends that would just leave it with me for months at a time, but I played this through so many times, and it's been so many years that it would probably be a fresh experience now. It's a great game. I'm happy with that one. Here's Tetris, which I remember getting right when it came out. We got the booklet. So I do have a double, so a couple doubles out of this, but not bad. Minimal sports games, and no actual double so far in the Tote, but pretty cool. The first Tetris was amazing. Alright, then we have Rocket Ranger. I'm not familiar with this one, but we got the booklet. A lot of odd games in here. Clean cartridge. Alright, we got the original Ghosts and Goblins, which was an extremely challenging game. The whole series was hard. Kudos to anyone who beat it without cheating, with Game Genie or something. These games were hard. Very cool. It's another franchise I'm surprised I haven't done a modern twist on because it had a lot to it. It just was so hard, but fun. And this was big in the arcade too. Ate a lot of quarters from a lot of people. So it's a very early Capcom game on the NES. And I wouldn't mind seeing these characters surface more. I know the lead character's shown up in one of the more recent Marvel Capcom fighting games, but still, it's an untapped franchise that's been dormant for a very long time for no reason. Okay. We got Kid Miki, the Radical Ninja. Maybe I'm saying that wrong. Data East game. I'm not familiar with this one. The name rings a bell, but I don't think I've ever played it. And there were like 900 games for the system. And played a lot of them, but here's an old one that was very popular, Loadrunner. That's pretty cool to have. I like that one. Cartridge is a little dirty, but the artwork's good. Some of these can be cleaned up pretty quickly, I think. Dragon Fighter, I have no clue. Not familiar with this at all. There's Turtles 2, the arcade game. Looks to be in pretty good shape, aside from that sticker and some dust. This game is hard, because I remember that every movie theater it seemed in the area had this game in it, and then it finally was announced coming out for Nintendo, but they said they were going to make it harder and add more bad guys and more levels. And this is a good beat-em-up game, but it's more fun when you have two people, because after a while it got to be kind of hard once you had an unlimited supply of quarters. But this is a true classic. I feel like this and Turtles 4, Turtles in Time, like still to this day, are two of the better beat-em-up side-scrollers, so pretty cool. I'm happy. We got all three Turtles for the NES. And I think the only one I would be missing now is Tournament Fighters, which did have a version for the NES, unless I'm wrong. Got Tiger Heli, an old Acclaim game. I played it a few times. I don't remember anything good or bad about it. And this was Ronnie's cartridge. Am I the only one who never wrote my name on the back of my stuff? Alright, we have Kabuki's Quantum Fighter. Don't know this one at all. Not at all. But got the booklet. It's a HAL game. HAL had made some cool games. I don't know. This one I don't remember. Not ringing a bell. Here we go to complete the trilogy. Got the original Double Dragon. Pretty cool. It's been on a lot of different systems. Everything from the Atari up. This is pretty cool because now I got all three Double Dragons on the NES. And those of you nostalgia freaks, Netflix has just added the Double Dragon animated series, which didn't have that many episodes, and they're quick. The show's corny, it's cheesy, plot holes galore, but a lot of fun, and fun is good. Alright. Here we have Chessmaster from the Chessmaster series. I'm not a big chess guy, so I didn't really get into this. Is Jarvis. This was a pretty popular game at the time. Nothing fancy, but it was a cool game. Alright, what's in here? We have Dash Galaxy in the Alien Asylum. Don't think I ever played this one. If it was in the arcade, I may have popped a quarter in, but I don't really remember. Cartridge is a little dirty, got a sticker on the back, smudge up top, but I don't know. Not ringing a bell. This is from Yankee Video, and it's a Hudson game. I can't pronounce it. I'm not going to try. XCXYZ. I don't know anything about this one. A couple stickers on the front and back, and the sides. I don't know. Beats me. Here's another game. We got Good Memories. Not necessarily a great game, but still, it's fun for what it is. But you can only play it for so long, and by so long, I only mean a few minutes before you remember why you didn't like it as much the first time. But Ghostbusters are awesome, and it's had the booklet, so it's cool. Not really a good game, but you know, there's a nostalgia element to it, like a lot of these games. The games back here may not have been great as a whole. A lot of them were, but a lot of them weren't, but they're fun. And this is Dragon Spirit, the New Legend. Some sticker residue. And a copy of the booklet. And the video stores a little sticker reminding us to return the booklet with the game. A lot of people tend to lose the booklets, which I couldn't figure out how, but some people just didn't care. I'm not too familiar with this one. Alright, got Defender 2, another HAL game. I had Defender on the Atari and I used to play that a lot. This is a step up from the Atari, same type of game. Defender games come out every so often. Haven't seen one in a while though. But yeah, Defender 2. Alright, here's another classic. Boy and His Blob, Trouble on Blob, Babylonia. And this game and the franchise as a whole has been making a slight comeback lately the last few years with a couple new entries. I haven't played the new entries, but I do remember this one being fun. So I'm happy to have that one. Now, here's another LJN game. We got A Nightmare on Elm Street, one of my favorite film series, period. I love Freddy Krueger, love Robert Englund as an actor. Again, LJN had control of a lot of franchises, and this is just one of those games. You can play it for a few minutes, but it wasn't that good. It's still nice to have. I'm glad I got the Friday the 13th game and the Elm Street game in here. So those are two of my favorite horror franchises. So that's cool. I mean, it's more Elm Street memorabilia than anything. Another great horror movie, Beetlejuice. LJN made this one. I don't remember too much about the game. That might be a good thing, that might be a bad thing. I don't remember. But great film. Hope they make another one. Alright. Got Renegade. This was a cool game. Not the deepest game, but it was a fun game. And yeah, pretty good shape. Wow, I still have a lot to go. Here's Dr. Chaos. I don't remember much about this. I have nothing to say. It's a little dirty. Could be cleaned up. I remember the logo, but don't remember the game. Here we have another early Capcom game, Commando. Could be cleaned up, but the cartridge it's in pretty good shape. We got Star Soldier. Not too familiar. It's funny how I remember the logos and the artwork, but I don't remember all the games. I think it's from staring at Nintendo Power month after month, year after year. Wow. Alright. We have Top Secret Episode for Go-Go 13. And I think Go-Go 13 was I don't know if he was a Japanese assassin, or I think he had memory issues and he was trying to figure out who he was while he was trying to take out the bad guys. Not too familiar with the series. I know it has a following, and it's been around for a long time. I don't think I've ever played this game, though. Clean copy. Alright, what do we have here? The Battle of Olympus. Don't believe I played this one, but I like the old mythology and the old creatures and the imagination behind that. Not familiar with the game, though. Dragar, which has had many games over the years, different series. Looks like a nice clean copy. Got a beat up booklet, but still got the booklet. I don't know what's in here, but yeah, pages of a booklet. Alright. Funny, someone's Bobble password is written on top of the booklet for Jeopardy. Odd. I didn't see a copy of Bubble in here, unfortunately, but that is bizarre that they wrote it on the Jeopardy booklet of all things. Where is this? John Elway's Quarterback Club. Not my type of game, but it was big. Had a big name to it. So we have Michael Andretti's World GP. Racing games are fun. I don't remember if this was a good one, but we do have the booklet. So that's a nice touch. Alright, we got Sunswift Spy Hunter. Everyone loved this game. It was in the arcade. It was on the Nintendo. The sequels. There's one not that long ago. I think probably on the PS2 generation. But another franchise they could probably do a lot with. I don't know who has the rights for it right now. But pretty cool. That game had a lot of variety to it. Alright, so we have another Jellico game. And here's Wampum. I don't remember this at all. Sorry. Eight Eyes, I remember it coming out. Like a lot of other games, I don't want to sound like a broken record. Just don't remember it too much. Cartridge has some tape here, sticker residue here, sticker on the back. Not the best shape, but the actual cartridge sticker is cool. Alright, we're getting there. Here's Karnov. Don't recall it. Sorry. Treasure Master with the booklet, clean copy. I don't know anything about this game. I wish there were more first-party titles, but whatever. We got The Adventures of Bio Billy, Konami game. It's a fun game. I think he's most famous for his episode that he appeared in Captain N and the Game Master. That's how I learned about him, at least, because I didn't know anyone who had the game until that episode aired. Captain N. Alright. This is... It's like Times of Lore, unless I'm reading it wrong. It's peeled up top. Stickers on the side. Either way, I don't really know much about this. Okay. A few more to go. So Destination Earthstar, an Acclaim game. Doesn't really ring a bell. It doesn't stand out too much. And it's in Mystery Quests box. Alright. Here's another game. Xanadu with the booklet. It's clean. Can't remember if this was a good game or a bad game though. I really don't. It's one of those games I remember it being out there. I know I played it, I just can't remember. Alright, 4 more. Alright, it's pretty cool. We got Indiana Jones, Temple of Doom. Loved the indie movies, loved a lot of the indie video games. This one I think it was kind of hard. It's been a while, but clean copy. This is cool. We got the Tengen game, and it's a Gauntlet. It's the original Gauntlet game. It's a fun game. Many spin-offs over the years. Got the booklet. Pretty cool. Okay, Infester's Quest rental box. We have the original Back to the Future by LJN. Not a good game. And the final game is Milton Bradley's Time Lord with the booklet. I don't remember anything about this game, sorry. Anyway, again, this whole 110 game pile here that we just went through is only $100. I couldn't pass it up. A few games I had already, but how could you pass it up? That's just too good of a deal. Hope you enjoyed this video more than the last video. Last video is a fun video, but I guess some people didn't have a sense of humor. Yeah, no, this is cool, and it'll have a lot of fun organizing this and looking through them in a little more detail. As I said at the beginning, I didn't look at this too much ahead of time. I just got a glimpse of it. I counted the games, and the price was right, so I just grabbed it. Didn't want to ask too many questions, just kind of went with it. So, hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll have plenty more soon. Keep subscribing, watching, rating, leaving some comments, sending me some PMs. Hope you're having fun with these.